Man, what an awesome intro, I would like to add. Um, yeah, so every time I ever tell my daughter that I'm going to be doing sorry, I got a next and flex, if you will, this t shirt here. Thank you guys. Next in queue. Man, if you haven't checked them out, you should definitely check them out. There they are. Yes, they can be found on Facebook and YouTube. Look under next in queue. Anyways, so yeah, the intro. Olivia, every time I tell her which podcast I'm going to be recording, she always goes, "What do you call a podcast? It's yours, Dad." And I start laughing. I said, "Hey, let's record that." She said, "All right, Dad." So yeah, but, you guys could tell she's in it to win it. She's a natural, which I love, by the way. But yeah, so just a collective, little thing of sounds. If you get the stories, then that's good. If not, that's okay too. Um, yeah, so I have been doing a lot of things, which is why I have not really been on here to record this episode until today because I've been working in the studio trying to get that going. I always talk about things and then I forget. Sometimes I'm talking to people that have no idea who I am or what I do. They just stumbled upon this. So I just want to take a second and say hello. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Jamie Daire. I do host this show, Nacho Average Dare podcast, and I also co-host Sprangboro Sessions. I co-host Middle Age Gaming with some really awesome people. You can find those all on SoundCloud and YouTube and Facebook and Spotify and all that. There's the big dog saying hi. But yeah, so I am a musician, self-proclaimed. I play, some guitar, play some bass, play a little drums, sing a little, used to scream a little. Music has been my passion pretty much as long as I can remember, and honestly, probably as long as I can remember is not even a joke. Um, Being young, my parents, they always encouraged us to sing and stuff. My identical twin brother Joe, so we always used to sing a lot and singing, and we learned to sing in harmonies and things at a very young age. And but then as I got older, I got, if you will, really cocky when it came to singing. When I was in middle school, high school, I felt like I was just really great at it, and my friends and my chorus director and the guys that I was in chorus with, and our little boy band, if you will. Actually, it was a boy band. We were called DeSantis. Big props and shout out to my boys. Myself, Joseph Dare, my twin brother, Brad Wisniewski, and Mickey Freeman. We were DeSantis. DE came from, I just jumbled our mom's name. So DE is Deb, which is mine and Joe's mom. Sandy, SAND, Mickey's mom. And Chris, which is Brad's mom, where the IS. So that's where DeSantis came from all that time ago. But again, vocally, I felt, kind of like when I would sing out and about in local, like, little towns and stuff, people were knowing me and my brother and some of our friends because we used to sing like on the church buses, and every opportunity we would get to sing we would. And then so as I got older, in high school, I kind of didn't really try. Actually, it's not even kind of, I just didn't try. I didn't put in the work to get better vocally. Obviously, if I knew that I needed to practice more, and I really wanted to be that, musician that goes on to singing their heart out and goes to, being this big rock star. But I just didn't want to put in the work. Um, and I was young, and I'd been pretty much a quitter my whole life before that. Um, Baseball, I quit that. And tried basketball, but my brother and we both tried in like seventh grade, and neither of us made the team. Um, which is funny because our dad was an awesome basketball player. He was the starting point guard for one of the greatest teams of all, the school's whole, history. Honestly, that's what people have said. I don't, and not my dad. He would never say anything like that. But yeah. So basketball didn't make it. Wrestling, I quit. And see here, I did marching band in sixth grade, quit. Ninth grade, quit. And then I did it in 12th grade. But I did not quit that year. I actually did color guard instead, where we twirl flags, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, it was probably the most fun I had in school. But yeah, so it all stemmed down to just being cocky and arrogant. And, you're really good, at least you think you are, and then those moments that really define you as a musician, a son, brother. All those moments that you had to really shine, and you kind of just blew it. That's what I was for pretty much my whole life. Honestly, is what I always felt like. These last few years, I've definitely gotten a lot better at putting in work in music and in my life, and all the musicians and the people that I ever played bands with. Even the guys that I played in the band Just Circle Yes with, like I owe every one of you guys and every one of you, past and present, an apology that I did not give it as much as I should have or wanted to. I just didn't know how. I just had no motive for motivation. I was definitely the pro in procrastination. And they say, a procrastinator's job is never done. And that was me for a long time. I try to not be that way so much anymore. I try to achieve every goal I set out. I tell people about them all the time, and I think sometimes it probably might seem annoying to them. And I've really thought about these things, and when I'm telling people about my goals, it's not that I want to make them mad or I want to make them jealous or like, look at me, I'm making goals. It was always me just reassuring myself like I'm making this goal. Now I've told somebody this goal exists. I don't want to let that person down or myself down. So now I have to try and actually achieve this goal. And then it becomes no longer trying, because trying is the first step of failure. So I just succeed as much as I have. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I am going to keep pushing forward. I don't want to be a quitter. I don't want to show my daughter, that side of me. I want her to, equally push herself when she doesn't want to do it because she's tired or because she's just doesn't know how or doesn't have the tools. I want her to keep pushing forward. So that's why I guess that's why I'm really talking about this, because this is me really being Jamie Daire. And I feel like in 30 episodes or podcasts and stuff, I've talked about some things, but I never really get down into the details. But yeah, so from feeling like a quitter for a long time, I do try a lot harder these days, and I hope to never let any of you guys down, and I will keep working at it. And I think it was, let's see here, district chorus or something. I remember I was so mad at myself because I did not study my music, and was definitely not confident in what I was doing. Going to one of the competitions, I had a natural talent. I could read music just by looking at it. I heard the songs a few times, and I would know the melodies, and then I would just kind of follow along on the treble clef, bass clef, or whatever I was singing on, because I had understood, to play some music because I played baritone, bass clef in school. Um, I learned, how to listen to music and just learn it and play it with passion and stuff. But being in concert band, I could read the music, but I hated reading the music and playing it at the same time. Like I just wanted to learn it, know it, and then when we would get to the concerts, I would just know the songs inside and out. I always knew where to play, where to be. I didn't have to worry about reading along with the music. I could read along with it. I just didn't like to. It was, I don't know. It required a lot of more of my attention than I wanted to give it. I just wanted to be a part of the music and a part of the song. So, that right there was kind of something that I had always done, and that made, learning certain, styles of music and things way harder for me because I just did not want to actually dive into the technicality side of everything. Pardon me. And when we went to that concert, I was so mad at, or that competition. My director, he was just like, hey, man, basically, in short, he's like, listen, actually, what really made it sink into me was that he was telling the other folks that was with us, he's like, the other three, he's like, hey, if you do this, you'll place, you'll do well. If you do this, you'll place and you'll do well. And hey, if you do this, you'll place and you'll do well. He's like, and Jamie, just enjoy the festival. I was like, I knew what it meant, And it was kind of a rough time for me at that time. I'm not making excuses because back then that's all I did was make excuses. I felt that with my grandmother just passing away and my parents, they were, on the verge of separating and getting a divorce. My mom, she was really depressed, and she had been like, it was after one of the several attempts of her, just trying to, really separate herself from us, if you will. But yeah, so I didn't focus, didn't want to focus, I couldn't focus, and that comment really hurt me. And rather than letting it motivate me to try harder, that in singing and just in anything, I just clammed up and I just kind of went into a shell and I said, you know what? Well, F this person and F that person, and I can do this and I can do that. Well, let me tell you, the reality smacked me right in the face. And so rather than push myself through, I just kind of became I quit on that too. Then I started playing guitar. It's when I was 17 as well, and I started dedicating a lot of my time and energy from then on for pretty much till now. Even I started just diving into playing a guitar rather than singing because fuck singing. I didn't want to do it anymore. I wasn't good enough, never be good enough, and blah 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 blah. Whatever I told myself. Then and even up until here pretty recently, but I let it, I let those moments where they could have defined me, I let it break me. But it helped, me making a transition to playing guitar. And in playing guitar, after about a year of that, I ended up, actually, my buddy Jerry, that I play in the band South of 90 with, he's the front man. And he, him and I, we've jammed off and on for 20 years, damn near. Great guy, one of my best friends in this whole wide world. He's had my back many a millions of times, and so when we had just joined a band, it was probably about a year of me playing guitar. Him and I, we had both happened to join the same band out of coincidence, but that's when I really started to focus on just the guitar. And I wasn't trying to sing anything because I didn't really know any rock, man. I knew R&B, I knew hip hop, some. I knew like Backstreet Boys. I knew Boys to Men. I knew So For Real. I knew Montel Jordan, Rome, Color Me Bad, All For One. A lot of that stuff. 98 Degrees. Um, Brian McKnight. Uh, yeah, just a whole Montel Jordan, like a whole lot of that stuff. That's what I knew at the time. Um, Hello, what's up? You want to come and be on this podcast? Okay then, please do. I'd love to have you come over here. Say hi to everybody. You coming? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get back to it then. Um, so I was listening to actually, I believe it was Brandon Mitchell, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Brandon Mitchell, if memory serves me correct. That was like, man, you gotta check out this band, and I'm like, Psh, listen, dude, we're a bunch of gangsters, and by then, I'd been line dancing for probably 6 years or so. My parents were teaching it when I was 11, and when we were 11, yeah, my parents started teaching line dancing, and I remember going to like this bar out in Springfield, Pennsylvania, West Springfield, called the Home Tavern, and I remember walking in there wearing a red jumper suit, like that you see, them wear right before like a basketball game, windbreakers, that's the word. So I had these red windbreaker jacket with a white T-shirt and these red windbreaker pants, and then I had cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. Walking up into the Home Tavern, and gosh, I can't remember who it was now. Uh, I can't remember her name. If I saw a picture of her, I remember her name. But I remember she's like, "Why are you dressed like that?" I'm like, "I'm just here to dance or whatever." And she's like, "You can't be no G and line dance." And I'm like, "Okay." I'll never forget that conversation. Actually, I think it was Lori, uh, our buddy Kenny's wife, at the time. Yeah, pretty sure it was her. Maybe, maybe not. I can't remember. That was a long, long time ago. I was like probably like 13, 14 at that time. Um, but yeah, so when Brandon Mitchell's like, you got to check out this band. Uh, the band was called Matchbox 20. Just prior to that, my older brother was telling my twin brother Joey and I. So my older listening, just started listening to like some songs, and he's like, "You guys got to listen to these." So it was like Slipknot and Seven Dust. The song from Seven Dust was, I believe, "Bitch." And then the song from Slipknot was, well, hey, honey, what was that song, Slipknot's first big hit? Do you remember?
I don't remember names of anything unless I hear it.
Oh, man, you know what I'm going to do? I have the ability, so I'm going to look it up here on Google while I'm doing the podcast here. But yes, it was a Slipknot song. It was like their first, hit at the time. They had just come out. Sorry for the delay here. I even have a wireless keyboard, but you see me.
What
Oh yeah.
first big hit?
Slipknot's first single was the single Wait and Bleed.
Wait and bleed. Jesus, way to go, Alexa. Jesus, I am impressed. Did you see that? Way to go. And my wife, that's why she does the thinking.
Whoop whoop.
That's why I bought her Alexa, though. Anyways,
It makes me smart and stuff.
yeah, it's right there in the kitchen. We got one in the living room, kids' room, our bedroom. I have my fan on it. So my wife's like, I can't believe that you named your fan my biggest fan. I was like, I did, but I can't believe that you tried that. But yes, so Wait and Bleed and the song Bitch from Seven Dust. I remember hearing him play those for a short period of time, but then Brandon was like, "Man, you gotta listen to this band." I'm like, "I don't listen to this type of music." It was always like rah, 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 whatever, and They just come hit the stream and with the song Push. If you haven't heard it, it's something like I wanna push you around. I will. Anyways, it was a great song. And I remember listening to it and like it took me by surprise. Cause you know growing up you heard like the Sublime, you heard the Green Day. Those were mainstream music. They're the people that listened to a lot. But I didn't really dive into rock music or nothing like that. It was always because those were always like top 40 songs. Push Matchbox 20 just got released and on MTV, which you know for people that don't know, that was music television. They used to actually play music all the time, all the time. But yeah, so. Matchbox 20, they just really took me by surprise. And that led me listening to Sugar Ray. Then I remember after that it was like that Crazy Butterfly, Crazy Town or something. Uncle Cracker. Bunch of these guys like were just hitting the radio waves, and it was pretty cool. And then Hoobastank comes out of nowhere. Godsmack. Let's see here, Default, Disturbed, like all these bands just out of nowhere. Like I'm sure they were all there, but for me, in my world, they just all flooded all at one time, and that got me to realize where I realized I couldn't sing that stuff for shit, not even a little. So I had no real drive to even try to learn to sing it, but I could play a little bit of guitar, you know, at that time because I was listening to my favorite band when I was graduating. That was Creed and Three Doors Down. That's what I was learning to play on the guitar was Creed and Three Doors Down. First song I ever learned to play was With Arms Wide Open. Actually, I believe it was like this. If memory serves me correctly, when I first learned it was like that's exactly how I used to play it. Yeah, so it was something very similar to that. Actually, it was probably way worse. Yeah, and I'm not going to play it the way I play it now. All right. But this is out of tune. All right, give me 1 second. So, first guitar I ever owned. I got probably, I believe, when I was a little kid. You know, when me and my brother used to wear backpacks, roller skates, beads, and run around the house naked. You know, like most little tiny kids do. And we were crazy. Me and my brother, we were crazy fucking kids. I am so glad that I do not have a set of twins like my brother and I. Because I would, but nay. But yeah, so it's tuned now. Here we go. I haven't played it forever. Anyways, yeah, so I practiced the snot out of that. Because if you think you're going to learn to play a guitar overnight, nah, you wrong. If you think you're going to learn to play it in a month, you wrong. If you think you're going to learn to play it in a year, you're wrong. If you think it's going to take the rest of your life to learn it, you're right. I've been playing guitar for 20 years. And I wasn't as dedicated as other people I knew were. You know, now, dude, I'm right now in my life. I'm the most motivated I've ever been in music. I mean, actually, even in life. It was before this pandemic. It all started really when I left my last job and started my new one. Uh, this new job, I've been there for like 3 years. I've met some really awesome people. They're not just the people I work with, like directly in my department, but just so many great people, and they've always inspired me. People from different areas and different departments and stuff like that. They've always, had, been like, oh man, want to come watch your band play sometime, blah, blah, blah. Or they have come and watch us play. Or, I hear you guys are playing a show online, and like to me, that is super awesome. Like that is what makes me enjoy doing all this stuff. That's why I'm so motivated in my life, because I've met people that motivate me. I'm surrounded by so many motivated, self-motivated, and positive people. Positivity, dude. I never realized how much your life changes once you just really try to live a more positive lifestyle. Because it's not just a thing; it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that you choose. You want to be positive, so you just try and focus on that. It's not always easy. So it's like everything else. It takes practice. You have to practice being positive. You have to practice trying to be in that frame of thought all the time. Me, I cannot tell you the last time that I was truly depressed. I know if I sat down and I really tried to pinpoint it, I'm sure I could. But I have no desire to. It's been so long for me where I've just truly felt that depressed. So I can't tell you the last time I was depressed. Just like I don't have bad hair days because I have no hair. They go hand in hand. I have no bad hair days, so they don't lead me to being depressed and stressed out. But in all honesty and seriousness, my dad, he always tried to get me to see a more positive outlook on everything. And again, I knew everything. So why am I going to listen to him or all these other people that were trying to give me encouragement or suggestions on the way? Like even that my chorus director, Elgin, when he was trying to encourage me, and I knew he was trying to encourage me, but I took it in a negative light because that's what I did. I was just clammed up and took everything so negatively, and some people are much more hard-headed than others, so you kind of have to be a little bit more stern with them, or you kind of have to say it to them in a way that that they would understand. And that's what some of these people have done for me, and I was just too stuck in my own damn mind to listen, and it was like quitting even on myself. And man, looking back at it, God, if I could go back and redo it all, I wouldn't, not for a second. But I really am way more aware these days of those kind of things and those types of choices. But again, it's who you surround yourself with. It's who you want to be inside. Because if you want to be, happier and healthier, then you truly do. It's not I feel like I want to do it, but I don't know how. Well, there you go, not doing it. Like if you want it to be positive, you will be positive in your life. If you want to be, a better speaker, you practice. You work hard at it. Even if you don't get it to where you want it to, at least you're going to have fun getting it there because that's what you wanted and you were reaching your goal, which a lot of people forget. We were actually talking about that the other day, TJ and I, where, you got to remember what your goal is. And like for setting out to let's say, learn a song. You put in all this work to learn the song. And then there comes a point when you're up on a stage playing the song that you have to actually have fun. And you have to actually play the song. Rather than worrying about the song and if you're going to play this note correctly or what's that guy over there going to be playing, is that guy over there going to be playing the correct spot? Doesn't matter. Because you're taking care of yourself. And actually, Donch and I had this conversation on Sunday as well. I told him, I was like, dude, that's what I've always admired about you as a musician. It's like, your role. A lot of people don't know their role. Me, I'm just getting better at knowing my role. Personally when I'm a part of the band, but before I'll touch base with that for another time for sure. But um, when you work so damn hard at some stuff, and remember, these are things that are supposed to be enjoyable. There are things that you work hard at to uh, to get them completed, or to if you're going to make money at it, those things you work hard at it. That's your reward. But when you learn to play a song musically, or whatever, or you do like podcasting, if you will, the whole point of it is to be proud of it, to just do it and have fun doing it, and just actually be a part of doing it, rather than worrying about all the technicality and about that. Well, does this sound good? Am I like right now? I could be sitting here like listening back and picking this apart and say, okay, well, did I talk too much? Did I talk too little? I know when I hear myself talk, I'm like, wow, I hear like a little lispy kind of sound. Probably because of this tooth here, that's not there anymore, that I got to get fixed. So I feel like I'm letting too much air out of there. But again, those are things moving forward that I'm getting, I'm addressing, and goals that I've achieved to get. I went there. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm proud of that. But again, enjoying the moment, embracing the moment. That's the whole point of doing these podcasts. Learning these songs is to have fun, to enjoy doing the things that I enjoy to do, and not just work so hard and stress over it, because then you're never going to fucking be happy. You have to live, and part of living is just living. You have to be in the present, the present right now. You can't be worrying about everything all the time. You have to live a little bit. And that's what I'm trying to get better at, and that's why I'm talking about these things. Again, I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's ass. Dude, if you don't want to listen to what I have to say, you don't have to. Go watch another video. If you're looking for a good laugh, those are coming. From me, if you want to have a serious conversation, I'm here. I'm just telling you my story. I can't speak for anyone else, but positivity is the way I try to radiate my energy, and I try to inspire myself and others around me. I know without them, I don't get the energy, and I have nothing to learn from. There's so many people out there. I heard it on a big shout out to Rich Redmond. Wow, he's a very small voiceover actor, small time actor, but he is a drummer for was it BGI or whatever, BMI or one of them record companies. He's a writes and does stuff, but he's the drummer for Jason Aldean's band. They've been a band for 20 years, but he's got a podcast called The Rich Redmond Show, and I've been listening to it for yesterday and today. Wow, as a musician, holy shit. There's a lot of information that they talk about, and he talks about, and as a musician, it's awesome. Like, I appreciate the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Sorry, pardon me. I enjoy it. I enjoy the Burtcast. I enjoy Bill Burr. The Bill Burt podcast. I enjoy Sharp Tongue podcast, which is Jesse May Peluso. But as a musician, and I try to soak up knowledge like that because I'm like a huge sponge for knowledge. I've been listening to it because Jimmy Vaughn, our drummer of South of 90, and one of the coolest guys I know, that I know, that I wish that he was a part of my life for the last 37 years rather than the last 3 years. Like, what an awesome guy. Inspires me more than anyone will ever know. But he was talking about this Jason Aldean. He's been really diving into um, Jason Aldean's music and country for the last couple of years, and but he was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I know Rich Redmond. He's got a podcast because I was looking up information about their bass player Tully Kennedy, and it showed My Three Amigos, which is episode 3 or 2 or episode 3 or 4 or something like that on the Rich Redmond show, and I did watch that on YouTube probably 2 or 3 months ago. And I'm like, wow, like these guys are really smart and really awesome. So, long story short, I turned on the Rich Redmond show yesterday, and I listened to the latest episode, which is episode number 64 or 69. I'll pull it up and let you guys know because I can. I'm going to pull it up here on Podbean, which is an awesome app. Thank you, Podbean. Let's see here. Following the Rich Redmond show. So 69 with Jimmy Pemberton. That was the first episode I listened to. Then I listened to the first episode, which is the introduction to it. The second one, and then now I'm listening to and almost done with episode number 68. I'm just jumping around, but episode 68 is called Clay Mills. Who this guy is he wrote he's a Nashville songwriter, professional songwriter. He wrote the song "Don't Think I Don't Think About It," Darius Rucker. There was another song. It was his first #1 hit. I don't know why I can't remember that. I apologize. Clay Mills. Beautiful Mess, Diamond Rio. That was the song. I think they said that was his first #1 hit song that he wrote. Whatever. But yeah, so listening to these guys and they're talking about the methods that they're using in Nashville, and they're really diving into like how being a session musician in Nashville is really like for guys like myself who were from, Erie, Pennsylvania. Never wanted to try and be down there because I never wanted to put in that kind of work because it takes a lot of work to be that kind of a musician. Would I say I'd like to be now? Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to have the opportunity to go down to Nashville and play. I know my playing has gotten much better in the last 2 years, but I know I'm not there yet. But I know as long as I keep working hard and I stay focused on that, my bass playing, because that's where I'm at in my life, and I'll get down to that in a later time. But hearing the way that these guys are doing all the music down there and how they're doing like how the recording sessions work and like the different numbering systems and things that I would have never ever known to look into, rabbit holes. That's what it is. It is 69 episodes of rabbit holes right now for me, and I think that is fucking fantastic. They apparently they play a lot with when they're playing like all of those Jason Aldean hits, 26, 27 #1s or something. They play to a click track, which to non-musicians it's where you've got a play, something going into your in-ear monitors, which is your headphones, and it just does the click. You can set it to different tempos, different types of clicks. You can set it to different timings. So like 4s, you can set it to like 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could be like 1, 2, 3, or you can put it however you want. But so a lot of people that have a hard time playing with click tracks, Jay Baumgartner and Tom Baumgartner were the first people that ever told me about click tracks. When I was playing in a great band, again, I knew everything then too, but which was my downfall. I fucked that up too. But anyways, they were so smart, and I learned so much from those guys. I just had a real shit attitude, and at the time, and but yeah, they were talking about click tracks, so they were showing us how we had to play to these tracks, and it was like, God, it was so hard. But I realized it was like anything else. If you wanted to get good at it, you had to practice playing to those click tracks, and but a lot of drummers, especially drummers that I've talked to over the years, most of them have zero desire to play with one. They're like, yeah, no, not for me. No, I can't do that. No, I don't want to do that. It was always, no, I don't want to do that. What most of them meant was is they just didn't want to put in the time to practice getting better with it because it was too hard for them, because they didn't know how to, because they wouldn't practice how to do it. So they made fucking excuses. But yeah, anyways, good for them. Me, I played with a click. I still play with a click, but. Yeah, long story short, Jason Aldean's band, Rich was saying on there that they play along to a click track, and it's very crucial that they do. It doesn't make them less of a drummer; it makes them more honest of a drummer, because when you're in a groove and you're in jamming, like, it's really easy to just let the music run away from you. When you hit choruses and stuff, naturally, everybody their tone, their energy, the music just naturally will go a little bit more involved, and 9 out of 10 times will get a little bit faster too. So click tracks will keep it honest, but for them it's so important because they're using a light show, they're using sound effects, all the all the pyrotechnics and all that. I probably said that word wrong. Sorry, I'm an idiot sometimes. But yeah, so it's so crucial, and it matters so much for them to make sure that they're on them notes 100%. I don't know what happened on the video there. I'm not sure if it's going to lag. Audio will be fine. But yeah, but those are, again, getting back to the point I was trying to make, is those are things that I would have. I'm doing this. Hold on. The whole point. What was I saying? Remind me, what was I saying?
I have no idea.
Okay, then. Click track. So, they play with it because it matters that they're on every note, and they play every note accurately at the right time because of pyrotechnics and things like that. But I would have never known any of that information had I not been listening to his podcast. It's just awesome. So now I'm clearly being interrupted by my lovely daughter here, who would like to say hello. Is that what's going on?
I have this sour candy, and I'm about to put the whole thing in my mouth.
All right, well, let's go ahead and watch.
It's also the sourest one because it's a lemon.
Yeah. Well, come on, finish eating it. Put it back in there. Look, go ahead.
But so sour.
That's okay, go ahead. Watch the video there.
I need water.
Do you need water? All right, nice. Well, I'm glad you did that. That was very awesome. Alivia, my girl here, she's turning the big. Alexa, how many days until August 22nd?
3.
August 22nd, 2020 is in 2 days.
Oh, wow, my big girl. You're turning how old?
Huh?
How old are you going to be?
7.
7. Wow. Man, your parents must love you.
Yep. Can you open this?
Sure can.
Because I'm going to put it.
You got to keep them hydrated.
I'm actually going to put the sour candy in there.
Okay, there's your water bottle. Yeah. We've been out in the pool cleaning it. We've been having fun doing that. We've been cleaning up the yard. We've been pressure washing. We've been up in the studio. We had band practice last Friday at the house. Oh my God, it was so awesome. I personally had so much fun. The guys did too, because before they got there, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have fun tonight. I'm not gonna worry about everything being right or everything being perfect. You know, the sound and stuff. So I'm just gonna have fun. And man, we did. We practiced for so many hours. It's probably the longest practice we've had, maybe ever. We worked on a bunch of new songs. Uh, Music is just, I love it. I love it. Don't I, kid?
You love it more than me. No, you don't.
I don't love it more than you. I love you way more. Yeah.
Just shake this for all the stuff to get in the water.
I'm trying to. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work easily or right away, but you're welcome to try.
I think I see it.
Nice. Yeah. You're doing awesome, my babe. I love you so much. We hung lights on the fence today, right?
Yeah.
For your party. Yep. That's awesome.
Look, it's turning yellow. Because it's yellow.
There it is. She's so excited.
I don't know why. I'm just so excited to have candy.
You're so funny. Be careful. I don't want you to spill that all over the place.
I know. I shredded it.
So Olivia,
Yeah.
you want to tell everybody about our video we made today? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Was
Okay,
that
let's do it then.
was that your idea or was that Dad's idea?
Mine.
That's right. Pound it, Daddy's girl. All right.
What do you call a podcast that's not yours?
Nacho Average Dare Podcast. Duh.
And then it had a background.
And then she did her thing for a while, and then she saw what Dad did to record that, and she thought it was so funny. The wife's face was priceless. She looked at me like I was for sure out of my mind and an idiot, which is I know I'm onto something when that happens, you know. But Alivia, I played it for her. She says, "What did you say?" You said, "I really like that, Dad." You said, "I really like that, Dad."
No, I said that was funny.
Yeah, you said you really liked it. It was funny.
Wait, my head's on your shoulder.
I see that. I'm glad you're having fun with the recording that.
I don't know why.
Hey, what song you want Daddy to work on? Hurricane? No, what you want me to work on? Chasing You? No.
I can't remember.
Hmm.
But I do want to practice caps together.
Cups?
Yeah.
Well.
Alexa, play caps.
Whoa. I don't know if I'm allowed to play that
Here's a
online.
station you might like. Top Pop.
Alexa.
Amazon Music.
Alexa.
Yes, she wants to play the song, but I'm not going to because I don't want to get hit by a copyright infringement. Again. Which is whatever. So, the song Cups, you should definitely check it out online.
Yeah. It's
She
about
wants us
cups.
to learn it. Yeah. That's news to me. I'm glad that she told me she wanted me to learn that with her.
I think I listened to it at least 30 times in my whole entire
Wow.
life.
Wow. Have you really?
I'm pretty sure. Or maybe 40.
You want to sing some of it right now for me? How's it go?
When I'm gone! When I'm
When I'm gone.
When I'm gone.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
When I'm gone.
You're gonna miss me by my something.
I'm
Something everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
I got it.
Alright, go ahead.
You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
When I'm gone.
When I'm gone.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me.
You're gonna miss me by my voice. You're gonna miss me how I talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
See, that was the first time we sang harmony right there.
Yep.
Nailed it. Bang. Daddy's girl. That was a good fist bump.
Ow.
Who's the coolest dad in the world? What's my name? Jamie Ray. Who's the coolest daughter in the world? Yep. What's your name? Alivia Daire? Nice. Better pound it.
I was whispering it.
I know, but they can't hear you if you're whispering it. But that's okay.
Yeah, but you are telling them.
I can hear it because I have headphones on that have...
Yeah.
Do you know what? You're an awesome kid. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, wait. My pajamas.
Your pajamas? Yeah, your
My
new
new
pajamas.
pajamas.
Yeah, your new pajamas.
I love
They're
this.
awesome.
I love these ones because they're covered with food.
You know what else is awesome? Correct.
And
Don't ever forget it. Ever.
I also have shorts that are covered with food.
Covered with food. So do I, but yours are actually supposed to be there. Mine's just by dropping food. Get it? But doom.
Wait.
This is what life as a musician is right here. Hanging out with my favorite daughter.
Yeah. I did.
I tell her all the time that she's my favorite out of all my kids.
Because I'm your only kid.
That's right. And I love you very much. That's a cute face you're making right there. Wow. You're a dork. You're a goofball. Like your dad.
I'm more of a goofball.
I don't know. I don't know if you're more of a goofball. Hey, who's more tan now? Me or you?
Still you.
Still me. And you're outside way more than I am.
Yes, you're always inside doing podcasts.
Doing podcasting. Playing your guitar, Dad.
You're barely playing your guitar.
Barely playing my guitar. You're right.
You're always playing a game or doing a podcast.
That's right.
Always. Always.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But when I play my guitar, I play it loud and proud, don't I? I have to practice tonight. Actually, I have to. You know a song. I gotta work on tonight on the bass.
Caps.
Hurricane.
Caps.
No, Hurricane. Because we're gonna be playing that next weekend.
Okay.
It's one of the 7 songs we added. It's gonna be awesome.
You used to do that. You still
Alivia, I get it. Thanks. I'm glad you're hanging out. But can you go away now? Thank you. All right. So I also need to get going because I have to get up for work in the morning. It's 8 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be putting out another one of these here pretty soon. Hopefully in the next week. If not, it'll be the week after. But I'm a busy boy. But I'm glad you guys got to hang out today. I appreciate all of you taking the time out of your day to give a listen. And I appreciate all you guys supporting me this whole time. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep living your life. Keep having fun, man. That's what it's all about. Later, y'all. Peace. Deuces.